Hi, friends. So, my name is Jessica, and about 5 years ago, I embarked on a journey that was all about weight loss and trying to find health. I was going through a number of diagnoses that were chronic in nature in terms of your hypertension and your diabetes or pre-diabetic, and that got me into the weight loss. How do I lose weight? Now, interestingly enough, I had also a problem, which was ED problem. I was dealing with my emotions, my stress, everything with food. So I not only decided to go on a journey where I was trying to connect with my doctor and try to make sure that I was, taking care of my health, as well as how do I sustainably lose weight in order to address my emotional eating. So I also went to therapy. Now, the reason why I share this is because I'm back to taping my vlogs, and for the people that have not been with me before, don't know my story. So this is how I got to where I am. I lost 100 pounds, and now I do a weight loss channel that is basically all about conversations about weight loss, about sustainability, about the fact that it's hard to continue to lose weight, and it's also very, very hard to maintain that. And while I have been able to go down to 170 pounds, have I maintained that? Not really. And there's continuous struggle to be, to find to lose the weight and to sustain that weight, because if it doesn't align to your lifestyle, it really sets you up for failure to continue to maintain the weight that you have lost. So what's the topic today? The topic today is all about planning. On Monday, which was yesterday, I engaged in a caloric deficit diet, and of course I have aligned my exercise routine to be accommodating to my life and not necessarily imposing exercise on myself. So what does that mean? Well, it means that I typically do my workouts about 30 minutes to 45 minutes in the morning, first thing, in order to get it out of the way, and then I can engage in my life. In terms of caloric deficit, though, I think it's important to have a conversation about the fact that you just don't wake up on a Monday morning and decide, okay, I'm going to be on a caloric deficit. It has never worked for me. And I would say that maybe having this discussion about planning might be something that would work for you as well, because it does work for me. So while I was going through the holidays, I was constantly thinking about things that I could incorporate in my diet, or in my menu, to have as something to be able to maintain my satisfaction factor, and at the same time fit it within my caloric needs. What does that mean? Well, for example, during the holidays, I would try different TikTok recipes, or I would try to do kitchen sinks type of things. What does that mean? Well, you have leftovers from the holidays, the hors d'oeuvres. How do I spin that? How do I make a meal out of those? And each time I would be testing and doing these things, not observing, because at that time because it's the holidays. I typically in February, I do not do any weight loss whatsoever. That's my thing. I've managed to lose with having periods of time when I'm actually not losing. I'm either maintaining or gaining a little, which I gained. And I will come to that because that's another important topic. But planning is it while you are going through that. You're testing, you're recommending. I think there's a few proverbial things that need to be on your bucket list of planning, though, and really listing them off, offhand without looking at my notes is stick to the foods that you loved when you were a child. If that means that you love chicken fingers and French fries, and have it, but of course portion it. If you loved burgers, have it, but make it at home. I'm not suggesting make the bread. Some of us, I do try to make my own bread, but because I enjoy that as a hobby. But just buy the stuff and make it so you can control the calories. You love chicken soup, do it. Don't buy it, but just do it if that's a comfort thing. Stick to your comfort foods in order for you to be able to create the menu. And those will get you through your day, because what happens if you align to somebody else's diet, and this is why I typically do not recommend any foods. I'm showing you here the foods that I eat, but I'm not recommending any, because diets themselves need to be catered to you, and you need to do that investigation in terms of how does the day look to you, and how does the meal look to you, because what makes me happy will not make you happy. So if I recommend to you in the morning for you to have eggs, and eggs are not something you eat, then it is truly a moot point. So planning your meals is very, very important, because if you're calorie counting and you have no plan at all, the tendency will be to look for something quick to grab, especially at work, and for you to eat that, and it might not align to your caloric deficit, which is really important, because even if it's slight, which is mine is typically have been slight, I have not observed anything greater than 150 to 200 calories of a deficit. Why? Because I cannot live on 1800 calories per day. It just doesn't fit. I need more food. And because I need more food, I typically go between that and 2000 calories per day. So, but that again requires some sort of planning, because if you think about it, it is possible for one meal to have that much calories, right? 1,000 calories, 2,000 calories, and that's just that. What is it? Lunch and dinner. So that's where the planning is. One of the things I do also want to honor is that for me, I have my little things during the day. For example, my coffee is a non-negotiable. I actually will have, it will be sweet, it will have a lot of milk, it will have foam, it just has to hit right. and in the evenings, do I have to have my little Fresca, my little Diet Coke, and sometimes my very sweet tea, which I do use Splenda, but those moments are the ones that I stick to, because I look forward to it. And I can be doing research or doing something, and those really hit hard. So the moral of the story is that when we plan on a Monday morning, when we decide to go on a caloric diet or a caloric reduction from our intake, we do need to plan our meals. And they can look as different as mine, but they're not less nutritious. And it just, whatever you want to include, but plan it. Have a wonderful day, and I wish you health and happiness.